Welcome to my channel. August 14th is not just a date on the calendar. It's a day when streets shine with green and white. It's a day when children wave flags and sing songs. It's a day of happiness and celebration. But August 14th is also a day to stop and think. What does freedom really mean if there is no peace? We fought for our independence. We got our own country. But do we have the peace we dreamed of? Today, we will talk about this, the connection between our independence and the peace that makes freedom complete. Chapter 1. The Story of August 14th. On the morning of August 14th, the streets in Pakistan look different from any other day. The air feels lighter, the colors seem brighter. You see green and white flags everywhere, on rooftops, on cars, on shops. Even small bicycles have little flags fixed to their handles. The wind moves the flags gently, and they wave like they are smiling at you. Children run in the streets wearing green shirts and white caps. They laugh loudly. They wave flags higher and higher, like they are trying to touch the sky. The sound of drums and patriotic songs fills the air. Everywhere you go, you hear voices singing together. Old songs, new songs, but all about the same thing, freedom. But what is this day really about? Why is August 14th so important? In simple words, it is the day Pakistan became free. Before 1947, Pakistan did not exist as an independent country. It was part of British India, ruled by the British government. For many years, people here did not have full control over their own lives. They could not make their own laws. They could not decide their own future. But on August 14th, 1947, that changed. Pakistan was born. The British left, and we had our own flag, our own leaders, and our own identity. Imagine a bird living inside a cage. The bird can see the sky, but it cannot fly freely. It can sing, but it is not singing for joy. It is singing for freedom. Then one day, someone opens the cage door. The bird flies out. It feels the wind under its wings for the first time. It flies higher and higher. That is what independence felt like for the people of Pakistan in 1947. It was like the first taste of real freedom after years of waiting and struggle. But independence was not just about having our own land. It was also about a dream of a place where people could live safely, where they could practice their religion freely, where their children could study without fear, and where neighbors could trust each other. It was about peace. Because without peace, freedom loses its beauty. If the bird escapes the cage but flies into a storm, can it truly enjoy its freedom? No. The dream of Pakistan was not only a dream of a free land, but also of a peaceful home for its people. To reach this dream, people made sacrifices. It was not only the leaders like Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah who worked for independence. Ordinary people, farmers, teachers, mothers, students, all played a role. Some gave their time, some gave their money, and many gave their lives. Families were separated during the migration from India to Pakistan. People left their homes, their land, and even their friends to move to the new country. There were moments of great joy, but also moments of great pain. The struggle for independence was not easy. There were protests, meetings, speeches, and many long years of hard work. The leaders inspired the people, but it was the unity of millions that made independence possible. They were ready to suffer for a better future. They believed that their sacrifices would build a country where everyone could live with dignity and peace. And on August 14th, 1947, that dream seemed close to becoming real. The flag was raised for the first time. People cried tears of joy. They hugged each other. They felt that a new life had begun. The newspapers printed headlines in big, bold letters. Pakistan is free. For the first time, people could say, "This is our country." But the story does not end there. Getting freedom is one thing. Keeping it alive, protecting it, and making it meaningful, that is another challenge. In the days after independence, there were many difficulties. Refugees needed food and shelter. The new government needed to make laws. The country needed schools, hospitals, and roads. And most of all, it needed peace. Without peace, all the dreams of independence could break apart. Peace is not something that comes automatically with freedom. You have to work for it, protect it, and build it every single day. That is why, when we celebrate August 14th, we should remember the full picture. We should enjoy the colors, the music, and the celebrations, but also think about the dream behind them. A dream that is not complete without peace. So today, when you see children running with flags and hear songs on the loudspeakers, remember this. Those flags are not just pieces of cloth. They are symbols of a long struggle, a hard fight, and a great hope. A hope for a peaceful Pakistan. But here is the question we must ask ourselves. After we got freedom, did we also get peace? That's a bigger question we must explore. Chapter 2. What peace really means. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and hear birds singing outside your window. You are not afraid of anything. You can walk outside, visit the market, or go to work without worrying about danger. You know your children can walk to school safely. You trust that they will come home happy, with books in their hands and smiles on their faces. At night, you can sleep without the sound of gunfire or shouting in the streets. That feeling, the feeling of safety, calm, and trust, that is peace. Peace is not just the absence of war. It is more than that. Peace starts inside each person. When you do not carry anger or hate in your heart, you are at peace with yourself. You can talk to people calmly, even if you disagree with them. You can forgive others and move on. This kind of personal peace makes you healthier, happier, and more patient. It is the foundation for all other kinds of peace. Then there is peace in the community. Imagine a neighborhood where people greet each other, where shopkeepers are honest, where neighbors help one another in times of need. There are no fights, no discrimination, and no fear. People can come together for weddings, for funerals, for festivals, and for solving problems. This is community peace, when everyone feels they belong, no matter their background, religion, or language. And then there is peace in the country. This is the biggest level of peace. A peaceful country has no war, no internal fighting, and no injustice. The laws are fair for everyone, rich or poor. Leaders work for the good of the people. The country invests in schools, hospitals, and public services. People can travel from one city to another without fear. When there is national peace, the whole country can grow stronger together. Why is this important for English learners like you? Because peace and learning go hand in hand. In a peaceful society, schools stay open. Teachers can teach without fear. Students can focus on their studies instead of worrying about safety. People can exchange ideas freely, meet others from different places, and share knowledge. Businesses can grow, giving people more opportunities to use their English in real life. When there is peace, you can dream bigger, and dreams are the first step to success. After Pakistan became independent in 1947, there was great hope for peace. But history shows us that it was not always easy. The country faced wars in 1948, 1965, and 1971. There were political changes, military takeovers, and economic challenges. Each of these events affected peace in different ways. Sometimes peace was strong, and people could live without fear. But other times, conflict made life harder. Schools closed in some areas. Businesses suffered. People had to work twice as hard to build a normal life again. Let me share two stories. The first is about a small village in the north of Pakistan. For many years, it was peaceful. People worked in the fields during the day. Children went to school every morning. In the evenings, families sat together, shared food, and told stories. Because there was peace, children could study well. Some of them went to university in big cities. One even became a doctor and returned to the village to help his people. Peace gave them the chance to grow. The second story is from another place, not far away, but very different. This area faced constant fighting between groups. Schools were closed for months, sometimes even years. Families were afraid to send their children outside. Many young people could not finish their studies. Without education, it was hard for them to get good jobs. Some had to move away to find safety. Here, the lack of peace destroyed opportunities before they even began. These two stories show us something important. Peace is not just a word we talk about on special days like August 14th. It is something that changes lives every single day. It decides whether a child can study or not. It decides whether a family can stay together or be forced to move. It decides whether a country can move forward or be held back. When we celebrate our independence, we should remember that freedom alone is not enough. The people in 1947 dreamed of a free Pakistan, but they also dreamed of a peaceful Pakistan. Without peace, the meaning of independence becomes incomplete. Peace is like the soil where the seeds of freedom can grow. Without good soil, even the strongest seed cannot grow into a tree. So here is the question we must ask ourselves. If peace is so important, then how can we protect it, especially as we celebrate our independence? Chapter 3. Protecting Peace After Freedom. Freedom without peace is like a beautiful kite without a string. It can fly high for a moment, dancing in the wind, but without the string to guide it, sooner or later it will lose control and fall. In the same way, a country can have independence, but if it does not have peace, that freedom will not last, and people will not be able to enjoy it. Peace is the string that holds our freedom steady. So, how can we protect peace after we have won our independence? The truth is, peace is not only the job of leaders, police, or governments. It is the responsibility of every single person. It is something we build together in small actions every day. The first and simplest action is to speak kindly to others, even when you disagree. Words are powerful. They can heal, or they can hurt. A kind word can stop a fight before it begins. A respectful tone can make people listen to your ideas, even if they don't agree. On the other hand, angry words can turn a small problem into a big conflict. If each of us chooses kindness over anger, we take the first step toward protecting peace. The second action is to follow the rules that keep everyone safe. Rules are not made to control us, but to protect us. When we follow traffic signals, we keep the roads safe. When we wait our turn in a line, we show respect to others. When we pay attention to laws, we create a society where everyone can trust each other. Breaking rules for selfish reasons may feel small, but it weakens the system that keeps peace strong. The third action is to help our neighbors, even if they are different from us. Sometimes, we forget that peace is built on trust and care between people. Your neighbor may speak another language, follow another religion, or belong to another community, but they are still part of the same country. Helping each other in times of need creates bonds that no fight can easily break. It can be as simple as sharing food, helping someone carry a heavy bag, or checking on them when they are sick. The fourth action is to learn and share education. Knowledge fights hate. When people are educated, they can see the difference between truth and lies. They can understand others better. They can solve problems without violence. If you can read and write, teach someone else. If you know something useful, share it. A country where education is strong will always find it easier to keep peace. When we celebrate August 14th, we wave the green and white flag with pride. But waving a flag is not enough. We must also wave the invisible flag of kindness and respect every day of the year. Independence Day should not only remind us of our past victory, but also of our present responsibility. It should be a day when we promise ourselves to be better citizens, better neighbors, and better human beings. Now, imagine August 14th in the future. Imagine streets full of children waving flags, singing songs, but this time, no one is afraid. There are no sounds of fighting or violence. Every home is safe. Every school is open. Every person can walk freely, no matter where they live. Imagine families gathering in parks without worry, young people speaking about ideas instead of conflicts, and leaders working together for the good of all. That is the August 14th we should all dream of. We must also remember the sacrifices of 1947. People then were ready to give up their comfort, their homes, and even their lives for a free Pakistan. They stood against difficulties so that we could live in a country we can call our own. But their struggle does not end with independence. Now, it is our turn to fight, not with weapons, but with actions that build peace. Every time we choose kindness over hate, we honor their memory. Every time we protect peace, we continue their work. Freedom gave us a land. Peace will give us a future. The story of Pakistan is not finished yet. We are still writing it, day by day, with every choice we make. Let's make choices that keep our kite flying high, steady, and safe in the sky for generations to come. If today's story made you think differently about August 14th and about peace, then let's not stop here. Let's keep this conversation alive. Subscribe to my channel so we can keep learning English together while also talking about the important ideas that shape our lives. Like this video if you believe that peace is the real victory of independence. And tell me in the comments, what does peace mean to you? Your answer might inspire someone who is watching silently, someone who needs hope, someone who is ready to make a change. Together, we can learn, share, and build a better future.